This is the weirdest mix of ideas I've played in a long time. You throw your sombrero like a weapon, you fight cartel thugs, and you're a ninja. In this video I'm talking about Mexican Ninja. Picture a 2D beat 'em up where every round is different like a roguelike, set in a loud neon version of Mexico, but spliced with Japanese ninja style and splash of Yakuza flair. You punch cartel thugs who know martial arts, you slash your way through enemies with your sword, and you pick jutsu upgrades from gods who sounds half Mexican, half Japanese, half English. It shouldn't work, somehow it does, and it's pretty fun. Here is the setup. You play a Mexican fighter trained in a ninja arts. A gang called Narcos is taking over the city with help from a cartel and the Yakuza. Your job is simple: run through districts, beat everyone up and take the gang down. The tone is not serious, it's colorful, it's loud and it leans into the joke. Think street styles, dusty alleys and big neon signs that look a bit like Tokyo at night. The vibe is 70% Mexico, 30% Japan, and the clash is the point. The gameplay loop is classic beat 'em up plus roguelike. You start a round with a basic sword, combo, a dash and one active skill. You move left to right through the small arenas, clear waves and push forward. Levels are mostly linear, but you will often see a side path, a little alley or stairs with a hidden shrine or chest. Take it, grab a bonus, and you can walk back to the main road. Finishing a stage lets you choose your next stop on your run. Each choice shows what reward you will earn if you clear it. A new active skill, a passive perk, or a hybrid upgrade. So every road is a mini build plan. More damage, more mobility, or more crowd control. Combat is fast and readable. Light attacks chain into short combos, specials add a spice, uppercuts, grand slams, rain of kunais around you. The dash is your lifeline. It has a cooldown so you can't spam it forever, but you can trim that timer with upgrades. Got used to dashing through enemies to reset space. This game likes to spawn threats on both sides. What sells the fights are the skills you stack across a run. Shrines and god boons give you actives and passives. Some are simple, more health, more base damage, shorter cooldowns, some change how you play. A mid-air strike that extends combos, a projectile to tag distant targets, or perk that lets your sombrero become part of your combo string. Yes, the sombrero. You can unlock a combo skill where your character rips off the hat mid-combo, throws it like a chakram, and it shreds everyone in a circle before snapping back. It's silly and it rules. Stages add little twists, so you don't only punch. In a few zones, bike screams across the screen while you fight, so we are waving around traffic and fists at the same time. Later waves mix enemy types, bruisers who are more true hits, knife guys who dash in, shooters at the edge of the screen, and mini bosses that ignore your flinches unless you launch or juggle them. The camera stays tight, the inputs are snappy, and when the build clicks you get that nice flow where you are always moving, always hitting, always on second from getting smacked but somehow not. Between rounds there is a small hub. This is where the roguelike parts pays off. All those little coins you picked up from enemies, crates, phone booths, anything breakable convert into permanent upgrades. You can buy plain power, attack up, max health up, reduce cooldowns on dash and specials, unlock fresh combo roads, or open new styles that change the feel of your sword strings. There are also costume swaps. In the demo they are just for looks, but it's a nice touch and fits the playful tone. The upgrade system is simple, but it matters. Early on you will die a lot because your dashes are long and your specials take a while to come back. After a few rounds, a shorter dash cooldown and a small damage bump make a huge difference. The game is built around the curve, rough first hour, then smoother as your base kit grows. Let's talk about feel and tone for a second. The art is bright and clean, background pop with candy colors. The soundtrack is high energy. The gods talk to you in a goofy mix of languages and bless you with jutsu that are really just good combat perks. Cutscenes are light, this is not a story-heavy game, it's here to make you smile and keep your hands busy. When it goes for jokes like the divine voice praising your Muay ninja spirit, it leans cheesy and that's fine. The whole concept is a wink. Now, the rough edges. In the demo, level variety is limited. You will see the same districts with small layout tweaks, a blocked alley here, an open rooftop there. After a handful of rounds, you will know the shapes by heart. As a short taste, it's fine. For the full game, the loop will need more distinct zones and hazards to stay fresh. I also run into classic invisible walls problems. Sometimes a corp or a tiny step blocks movement even when it looks like you should hop over it. In arena fights that wants you to move fast, that kind of blocker sticks out. It's not game breaking, but it breaks flow. I also had one odd moment where a legendary upgrade that should trigger on jump didn't seem to do anything. It might be a demo bug or a misunderstood condition, either way, expect a few rough spots before release. The last thing to note is difficulty. On a fresh file, crowd control is thin and your safety tools are no longer timers. If you push greedily, you will get pinned and lose a run fast. Take the side paths for elite perks, invest in survivability first, and don't be afraid to kite. Always remember, a short dash cooldown is the best upgrade in almost any action roguelike, and it's true hero too. So who is Mexican Ninja for? If you like punchy 2D combat, quick runs and the feeling of a build coming together, this is a good time. If you enjoy games that don't take themselves too seriously, with bright art, sleek power-ups and style over heavy plot, you will be at home. If you want deep story, huge level or technical platforming, this isn't it. It's an action snack with a strange flavor mix. Mexico meets Ninja. That somehow tastes right. My verdict on the demo: promising and fun. The combat is tight, the upgrades matter, and the theme is so odd it becomes charming. It needs more stage variety and a pass on those invisible walls, but the core is there. I'm curious to see how many skills, weapons and roads the full release adds, and how wild the bosses get. For now, if you want a fast, colorful beat-em-up with roguelike runs and a sombrero that doubles as a murderer frisbee, give Mexican Ninja a try.